Violation of the order of injunction, 39(1)(2). Always, whoever the lawyer says, no, don't violate it. He knows that what is a difficult way. I have seen on one senior advocate in the Alipur court, the father came and say, I will not give, mother was giving the book list at that point of time. Provide me money so that I can purchase books for the child. New class. And no, I will challenge it. I will challenge it. I will not give it 5 rupees, but I will spend lakh for the first time, first day. Why went there? I've seen so many. Yes, go to 498 court. Matter breaks on. And the father, the father-in-law says, after a spending jail, it is not possible.
Not possible. Absolutely
impossible.
Got it, Lord. I could have been handled way better, my lord. I'm really sorry about it, and I tender my unconditional apology on that. But there's one aspect in the matter. Have a look at the order which was annexed to it. My lord, if I was there, I would have, my lord, handled it very differently. And since I'm appearing, my lord, before your lordship, I'll take responsibility for that as well. But it would have been a little bit of a problem for Mr. Mukherjee as well. Have a look at the, my lord, the letter and the annexure to it. The mediation, Mr. Bushu Mullik is already there. If today your lordship requests Mr. Mukherjee, I will make sure, my lord, that my client will have no problems whatsoever.
You understand, being a counsel, what would be your stand?
My lord, I am taking responsibility, and I'm saying that before your lordship.
How would the court even say Mr. Mukherjee to continue?
That is
what I am.
He will be in some, my lord, because I'll tell you lordship why. The problem is that if
today, I'm giving you today, if I ask you act as a mediator, what identity of yours will come out?
I completely bound. Completely bound. But the problem is, my lord, your lordship remembers the other mediation which your lordship sent to Mr. Surajit Nath Mitra. My lord initially said, my lord, Mr. Shoptangshu Basu, but then the other side said that he had appeared for him.
On that day,
yes.
Though slightly to keep.
I have pointed out, and Mr.
But at the same time, I say when a lawyer acts as
absolutely,
he loses his all.
I completely bought. Absolutely, I completely bought.
Client is very smart.
Lord, it's apprehension which has worked. I spoke to them yesterday, to be very frank with your lordship, and I made them understand that if a lawyer of Mr. Mukherjee's stature, even if he has appeared for the other side, doesn't mean that he's going to, at the mediation stage, he's going to say something else. But it might be a little bit, if Mr. Mukherjee wants to impose something.
I am thinking about Mr. Mukherjee, and I'm thinking
kindly
forcing him to accept this. Now at this stage, no. He said, I'm not.
I am saying, I will take responsibility.
Because in spite of hearing, I rather I will say that he will be acting with. I know as soon as he will be acting, his whole earlier identity
absolutely
will go.
I'm completely bound. Completely bound.
Unless your client is being pampered by your advocate.
I've spoken to them. Very simple people. Very, very simple, my lord. There was no.
One thing you have to arrange, Mr. Chatterjee. Otherwise, I will not take it very lightly. Your client's stand. You may dilute it to what extent?
My lord, that
mother is a teacher.
Yes.
You will arrange for the mothers will impart education.
There was no problem at all.
Wherever. Your house may not be comfortable for her.
My house.
May I suggest one thing, subject to correction, my lord, with the consent of Mr. Chatterjee. My lord, presently the student is studying at a school nearby to the father's residence. I'm not disturbing to that, my lord. Whatever be the fate of this matter, and whatever be the fate of my custody application. But my lord, I being a mother, I'm just I'm just praying, my lord. Let my lord the father bring the child on mother's house on Friday evening. And lordship kindly record my undertaking that by Sunday 5 p.m. I will hand over the child to father's house.
Not by this way. Mr. Bhattacharya, let me do one thing. At least some time. I'm concerned about the education.
And I also want to spend time with my son.
I'm concerned about that child for the time being, his education. You being a teacher, no one can be better teacher than the mother or the father. So What is the place you are suggesting where the father will take? If he is so possessive, he may wait outside for
Just a minute.
I have underlined it. Don't take it. Don't take it amiss.
7 minute distance from the father's house.
No, it is usual anxiety of a mother. Mr. Chatterjee, you have experienced that.
It's the finding.
How the children take shelter of father at this.
That's
You know that very well. Huh?
Only
But
5 minutes
it is
distance.
equally required. It is equally necessary. The mother should at least keep some pressure on the child. Otherwise, you do one thing, you find out a place.
I have already
I have no problems.
In his,
But it's a little bit of a distance.
no,
But
for
there's a
her
direct
there is no
train.
distance.
There is a direct.
I went there at least 2 or 3 times.
In his house, a separate room would be a possible. Because child will be comfortable in his. Very well, very well. You find out. You
I have
find out a
already
place.
find out a 5 minute distance from the
House.
yes, from the my matrimonial house. My
The child also goes to the different classes, so you bring that as he is attending a class.
I'll give your lordship a schedule. If my learned friend tells
sit
me,
together.
I'll talk to
You
him.
sit together. Come tomorrow. Say this is the time. This is the place where your child will be taken up. And for this hour, she will be going there. She will handle her own child. For the purpose of imparting education, she will be acquainted what he is reading now, what is his class books, other things.
Very well.
So let us do for this time being 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, I will be applying my mind. Come tomorrow. Sit with him. Not today.
Oh, and Milord kindly takes on account, Milord, that my unconditional apology for that. It's not something that I would have allowed if I was there at that.
Mr. Chatterjee, unless a sensible advocate advises his client that don't do that.
That he's in very bad hands.
No. I have heard, Mr. Chatterjee, you know, violation of the order of injunction, 39(1)(2). Always, whoever the lawyer says, no, don't violate it. He knows that what is a difficult way to prove the.
I'll give you an instance which I am facing now. An order which your lordship remembers, the child your lordship Lord interacted here, Preeti Singhania, and after your lordship Lord interacted, the matter went to Justice Ajay Mukherjee. Justice Mukherjee did not give everything in my favor, but said I will not allow the child to go abroad because the mother is now stationed in Sweden. I went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said that give the child immediately to the mother. Mother was in India, said immediately give the child to the mother. There are 4 orders, my lord, from High Court, from Supreme Court. The father said, I will do nothing. You do whatever you want to. Contempt in Supreme Court, whatever, child committee, child rights committee, everything. The father said, I will not give. And how does he not give? He tells the son, there's a finding of the child rights committee that he's completely tutored, he's doctored, everything. The Supreme Court says, what will I do?
Should be there. No force can be employed.
What will I do? So this is how, my lord, the lawyers, and he was the lawyer, my lord, who was appearing online. This is how we have a duty, my lord, towards our clients.
Find out a solution over there.
Find out a solution.
This is not the way of handling.
This is not an adversarial litigation that I'm fighting with.
I don't know when you that time you came in profession or not. There is a huge litigation over it. Ultimately, police was directed to hand over the child. What happened last? Lastly, what happened, you don't. Then Justice Bhaskar Bhattacharya was not in the matter, was discussed. This cannot be done in this way.
Never. In Preeti Singhania's matter, there was an order of police direction.
In this matter also, there is an order of police direction.
Lord, I challenged it. It was in my favor.
Involved in the.
Lord, I challenged it in High Court, saying that you can't involve the police to get a child.
Ultimately, the child became, you don't know what happened to the child.
Lord, this child is a mental patient.
And the father became a lawyer. দেখো এই এটা পড়ে গেল।
Now, this child as well, my lord, he is also, my lord.
No, you have to.
My learned friend
One thing
knows.
is clear. You have handled that matter also. You know, the father, mother, both are required. It is the duty.
Definitely.
It is the duty of the custodian,
Lord,
means
definitely.
either father or mother, to make the child understand that look here, as I am required, your mother is also required, your father is also required. If he
That
fails,
never happens.
if he fails,
But with my limited, my lord, experience, your lordship has much more. This very seldom have I seen when they come to court that they give up their egos and say that go to the mother or go to the father. Never happens.
No, sometimes the wrong advice also matters.
Completely. And I say that
lawyers have a
lawyers,
great role.
absolutely, lawyer, they
Great
think that their
role.
matter will go away when it's settled.
I have seen one senior advocate in the Alipur court. The father came and say, I will not give. Mother was giving the book list at that point of time. Provide me money so that I can purchase books for the child. New class and no, I will challenge it. I will challenge it. I will not give it 5 rupees, but I will spend lakhs
On
of
the
rupees.
lawyers.
What happened? The senior advocate, yes, it is yours. You should not pay. Give me this much of fees. He took and he sent his clerk to the wife's lawyer to take it, purchase book for the child. This is the role of the lawyer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But lawyers have a lot to do.
Lot to do.
Lot to do.
Lot to do. And you know, the first day, why went there? I've seen so many. Yes, go to 498 court. Matter breaks on. It and the father, the father-in-law says, after spending jail, it is not possible.
Not possible. Absolutely.
Impossible.
Once 498 happens, it's gone.
Everything.
Finished.
Everything.
Ultimately, everything.
And then even in certain situations, but even I have said that once you've spent time in jail because of that, might as well fight. There's no point. There's no more
I always used to ask Mr. Chatterjee, what do you want? You want to break the relation? Then your path is different. If you want to keep it, your path is different.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very well. Come tomorrow with a specific instruction.